Governor Ron DeSantis is pushing to slash property taxes for Florida homeowners, but some state leaders warn it could come at a cost to everyday services. Our investigative reporter Riley Phillips is in the studio tonight with reaction. And Riley, there are still a lot of questions about how local governments will pay for core services.
Yes, Governor Ron DeSantis says the remaining property taxes should only be used for core services that he identified as public safety, education and schools, infrastructure and natural resources. But property taxes also fund things like elections, and some state leaders are now wondering how they would make up that revenue.
The primary purpose of that is to make your homestead property tax-free, and that will be historic.
Governor Ron DeSantis touting his new plan to bring relief to Florida homeowners. The Save Our Homes from Excessive Property Taxes plan would raise the state's homestead exemption from $50,000 to $250,000, which the governor says would eliminate property taxes for about 60% of homeowners. Political expert A.G. Gankarski considers this a compromise after months of back and forth.
It's probably, the best they could get through. DeSantis kept saying he's going to have to phase it in. That indeed is what looks like it's going to happen.
But this plan already has some local governments concerned. In Jacksonville, a spokesperson for Mayor Donna Deegan's office says this proposal would have a significant impact on the city's budget, writing in a statement, quote, "As it stands now, property tax revenue barely covers Jacksonville's police and fire cost. It will put public safety in jeopardy to eliminate or dramatically change this revenue source." Craig Mosteller with the Florida Association of Counties says homesteaded property taxes generally make up about 35% of a county's budget, and that tax revenue helps pay for just about anything.
Sure, it's parks and libraries and pickleball and those types of things too, but it's also the supervisor of elections, the clerk of courts. Those are things that the governor hasn't classified as core services. So how would we do elections from here on out?
Questions are now being asked about how local governments will recoup the lost revenue. Gankarski says one way local governments can make up the money is by raising fees.
Like a garbage fee, it's been raised recently, it could be raised again. Stormwater, same deal. There's nothing in the legislation that precludes new fees.
Now, the special session on property tax relief will start Monday. Legislators will also be discussing the creation of a trust fund to help local governments pay for core services and residency requirements for people just moving to Florida.